I'm thinking of creative ways of showing an improved version in the next festival. My name is ADEBIMPE. I'm a visual artist. I specialize in painting, and I'm also a fashion and costume designer. And I've always loved animation since I was a child, my teenage years, even as an adult. So I decided that I wanted to make a film, an animation film. And I got inspired in 1994 after I watched Walt Disney Lion King. I love the story a lot. It's an African story, but it had to do with animals. So I said it would be nice to make an animation feature that has human beings in it. So I wrote this story inspired by, things around me, traditional folk tales, and I wrote Walt Disney about it. Interestingly, Walt Disney replied me saying that, well, they're sorry they don't take stories from people, and they wished me luck in my endeavors. So I rested it then. This was between 1994 and 1997. Then I picked it up again 14 years ago, wanting to make it into a storybook for children. That, okay, if I can't make it into a film for now, let me make it into a storybook for children. So I got some of my friends, artists who are better in illustrations than me, to do illustrations for the book. In the end, I also could not complete the illustrations, but I kept them, and what I even have on now is one of the characters in the film that a friend of mine painted for me, because what I always had in mind is that if I'm going to do this film, I'm also going to do some merchandising, like have the characters on t-shirts, on bags, and all of that. When I started getting a bit involved in the film industry, because I worked as a costume designer in a film in 2013, and I started meeting a lot of people. In fact, my debut role as a costume designer, I was nominated for 2 prestigious African Film Awards, AMA, African Movie Academy Awards, and AMVCA, African Magic Viewer Choice Awards, for my work as a costume designer in the film. So I started meeting people in the film industry, and I thought, okay, this would be the best time for me to start working on this project, since that is what I really wanted to do. So fast forward to 2016, I started working on the project. I got some animators, some friends, got a friend of mine to help me with the script, because I wrote the story. I'm not a script writer. So he wrote the first draft for me, sent it to me on my birthday, my best birthday present I got last year. So as a result of what he sent to me, I was able to build on it. So I did the second draft and the third draft. This project has been in the works, technically speaking, since January this year. So we've been working on it for the past 6 months, and it has been, we've had a lot of challenges, power cuts, generator breaking down. You don't even want to know, but I've still kept on. Some of the people that worked on this project, especially my key person, I've not seen him. We've just been communicating by email and phone calls. Yesterday was the first time I was seeing him since November, since I saw his film at AFRIF, so, and some of the other people as well. But the storyboard artist, I've met with him several times. He read the script, we worked together a bit, but most times too, it's been, technology, email, phone calls, WhatsApp. That is how we've been communicating, because even when I got the final film ready, it was sent to me by email. I looked at it, communicated, okay, tweak this here, then we submitted.
Yeah, it's
I think it's natural. It's a natural story. It's a rooted story from Nigeria, the Yoruba culture. It's more like a fantasy, realistically placed. I saw the concepts, the stories, and the sound, and I liked it. So I decided to come in, even though I was busy, but I found time to work on it because I knew that it's going to be an impact.
Her story was very unique. It was a very nice story, and they helped with the edits. She did she got a couple of original scores from 2 composers, but then she told me how she wanted them. I helped put them together, helped add a little bit of sound effects into making the final film. I just basically put the whole thing together.
What interested me the most is the fact that she really had a massive passion for this project, and you know, she was relentless in bugging everyone who she wanted to work on the project. So it was almost a hounding for everyone who was to work on the project. But so it was her passion for the project that made me interested in working with her to help her achieve her dream. The much that I do know about it, I was able to bring in my perspective more on the storytelling and story structure part of things than, you know, the details of, you know, what the characters should actually be like, you know. So that was my involvement.
I was working towards submitting it to the Real-Time Film Festival, but you know, the thing with animation is that there are different styles. So I was happy and pleasantly surprised that it was picked, it was selected in the same category with finished animation project, because some of the animation projects in the festival, I've seen them last year at another festival. In fact, one of them that I'm in the same category with won Best Animation at Africa last year. So I was really very happy. And interestingly, it seems that even within my category, I'm the only female filmmaker in that category of African animation. So I was really happy that it was selected, and I got a good reaction, you know, of the audience. But at least the great thing is that I have started with what I have. So at least people have something to see as haven't started. They know, okay, I can help with this, I can help with this, and all of that. So that's my story.
A frog does not hop about in the afternoon.
So we have here the director and writer and producer.
Well, what I found interesting was that yesterday, I mean, I was really happy that even the way it looked, they're just drawings that had sounds and music and voices. So I was happy that people followed the story.
Okay, so I just want to say you did a very, very fantastic job. You just told everyone that storytelling and filmmaking is not just about tools. It's not about what you have. As long as you can communicate your story effectively, and that is what you did. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Let me say that.
What I'm just happy about is that instead of having this thing in my head and my heart that I've had for the past 23 years, I have brought part of it out so people can see what I've had in mind and it can be built upon.
If you're able to, you know, get it on 3D, this is a story that will make us all proud. Because this is like the first feature animation I'm seeing that's, you know, really long. Congratulations. I hope someone will pick it up, you know, and sponsor you to make it full 3D so we can be proud of our own. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
I'm thinking of creative ways of showing an improved version in the next festival and do a bit of 3D of the characters, because I've already developed the 3D of some. I have 10 characters. I have 6 characters already developed and ready. They are about to be rigged and all of that.
3D is very expensive. Of course, you didn't manage to see my end credit, but the person that modeled the 3D characters for me, to do one, I mean, and that was, he said he was giving me a discount because we're colleagues, 30,000 to get one character.
I think the future of Nigerian film industry is growing anyway. It's still not there the way we expect it to be, but I think in few years' time, if investors and producers have to come down to see the animation part of it, we storytellers and artists, we have great ideas and they could work with. Nigerian movie industry should look into that part.
Use what you have. Don't give up. I mean, the laptop I use, I mean, I'm not really the one doing the animation. The laptop I use is 10 years old. I've changed the battery several times. I can't afford to get another laptop. So when there's a power cut, I pray, okay, I hope it will return, or put on the generator, hoping that there is diesel. But I have kept on, or at times, you know, internet just decides it's not going to work. But you just have to you just have to keep at it. If you really want to do something, you have to go for it. So that's what I'd advise, you know, anybody that wants to do this.
So you advise to follow your dreams at the end of the day?
Yes, follow your dream, because I mean, this my dream. 23 years old. I mean, someone 23 years old has married, maybe had 1 or 2 or 3 children, you know, but I've had it within me, and I didn't say, you know what, I think I should just leave it. But I kept on, and it's finally out, you know, of my system. And my joy is I've been able to share with people, and they enjoyed it, you know, and the positive comments about it. So that means I'm headed, you know, in the right direction, as it were. And I'm passionate about wholesome family entertainment, and children really are underserved. There are a lot of things for adults and all, you know, most films are rated 15, 18. They're hardly general films. They're hardly things in, you know, in animation. Most times Cartoon Network here, everything is, you know, foreign. We should have our own nice African content that children can relate to, that they don't say, oh, this is dumb, or, you know, that they can relate to, that, you know, they would like. Yeah, so that's why. Be focused, have a never give up spirit. I mean, have a support group, like maybe your family, your friends, people that at least will urge you on. Look for creatives that could share your vision, because quite a number of people that worked with me on this project, I told them, guys, I don't have, you know, money, but I want to do this thing. And I know that, God willing, this project is going to go outside the shores of this country. Your names are going to be opening sequence, end credit. People are going to, you know your work. So come on my ship, you know, let's go together, because I don't believe in doing things alone. You know, like the South African saying, Ubuntu, I am because we are. Because if, for example, this film wins an Oscar, I mean, even though I'm a Nigerian, it's like, okay, Nigeria won an Oscar. It's not only me, ADEBIMPE, ADEBAMBO, it's my country.